Imagine you are a Titan and you have all the powers to destroy anything. How amazing it sounds, right? But what if I told you that being a Titan is not always fun, but sometimes it sucks too? Today in this video, we will understand that why it sucks to be Titan of Attack on Titan. In Attack on Titan, becoming a Titan might sound like the ultimate power fantasy at first. Gigantic size, overwhelming strength, near instant regeneration, and the ability to dominate battlefields on the surface. Titans appear godlike. Yet, as the story unfolds, Hajime Isayama makes one thing painfully clear. Being a Titan is not a blessing. It is a curse layered with physical decay, psychological torture, moral corruption, and inevitable tragedy. In fact, few fates in fiction are as cruel as being a Titan in Attack on Titan. Which is your favorite Titan? Let me know in the comments. And now we will understand what are the major factors why being a Titan sucks. Here we go. First is the illusion of power. The most deceptive aspect of Titanhood is the illusion of control. While Titans can destroy armies and cities, that power never truly belongs to the individual. For Eldians, Titan abilities exist only because of Ymir Fritz's ancient curse and the will of those who control history. Even Titan shifters, who seem privileged compared to pure Titans, are ultimately tools. Their strength is borrowed, conditional, and temporary. No Titan fights freely. Every transformation comes with expectations, manipulation, and exploitation. Governments, military leaders, and ideologies decide when and how Titans are used. Power without autonomy is not power. It is enslavement, disguised as strength. Do you know that a Titan does not live that long despite having all the powers? Let's have a look in the lifespan of a Titan 2, the 13-year death sentence. Perhaps the cruelest rule of Titan shifters is the curse of Ymir. Anyone who inherits one of the 9 Titans is doomed to die exactly 13 years later. No exceptions, no cure, no extension. This means Titan shifters live with a constant ticking clock. They must plan their entire lives around an unavoidable death. Dreams become short-term. Long-term happiness, family, peace, old age is impossible. Even young characters like Eren, Reiner, Armin, and Zeke are forced to confront mortality far earlier than any human should. This curse doesn't just kill the body, it poisons the mind. Knowing your life has an expiration date pushes people toward desperation, recklessness, or emotional detachment. Many shifters throw themselves into danger because, deep down, they believe their lives are already over. 3. Loss of humanity, literally and symbolically transforming into a Titan, is not graceful. It is violent, painful, and grotesque. Bones explode outward, flesh regenerates unnaturally, and the human body is torn apart repeatedly. Even experienced shifters feel the physical trauma every single time, but the real loss is symbolic. Titans are monsters feared by humanity. The moment someone becomes one, they are no longer fully seen as human by enemies or allies. Suspicion replaces trust. Fear replaces empathy. Even comrades begin to wonder, what if you lose control? What if you turn on us? For pure Titans, the tragedy is even worse. They lose all consciousness, identity, and free will. They wander endlessly, driven by hunger they don't understand, killing humans without awareness. Imagine being trapped in your own body for decades, unable to think, speak, or remember who you were, only to briefly regain humanity right before dying. 4. Eternal guilt and blood on your hands. Being a Titan means killing people often innocents, whether it's civilians crushed in cities, soldiers eaten on battlefields, or entire nations wiped out. Titans leave mass death in their wake. Even when shifters act for the greater good, the cost is unbearable. Characters like Reiner Braun are living proof of this psychological burden. Reiner's fractured identity is not weakness, it is trauma. His mind breaks under the weight of the lives he destroyed. Guilt becomes so overwhelming that death feels like relief. Eren Yeager too carries this curse. Every step toward freedom requires greater violence. The more power he gains, the more isolated and monstrous he becomes. Titanhood forces characters into impossible moral positions where no choice is clean and no victory is innocent. Number 5. You are born a weapon, not a person. For Eldians outside the walls, becoming a Titan is not a personal choice. It is a political assignment. Children are selected, trained, and conditioned to inherit Titans for the sake of the state. Their worth is measured not by who they are, but by what Titan they can become. This is especially horrifying because it strips children of agency. They are raised knowing they will either die in war or be eaten by the next successor. Friendship becomes complicated. Love becomes dangerous. Bonds are overshadowed by the knowledge that one of you will eventually consume the other. Titan inheritance is cannibalism turned into tradition. The fact that societies normalize this practice shows how deeply Titan power corrodes morality. 6. The world will always hate you. No matter what a Titan does, the world will fear and hate them. Eldians are persecuted not because of their actions, but because of what they might become. Titan power turns an entire race into a global threat, justifying discrimination, imprisonment, and genocide. This creates a cruel paradox. Titans are used as weapons by nations that despise them. Eldians are both necessary and disposable. Even heroic acts do little to erase centuries of fear and propaganda. Once you are labeled a monster, redemption becomes nearly impossible. Talking about the fate, the Titans have a very bad date, and here is the reason. 7. Fate is already written. One of the most terrifying aspects of Titanhood, especially with the Attack Titan, is the loss of free will. Future memories bleed into the present. Choices feel predetermined. The line between decision and destiny blurs. For Eren, this is the ultimate nightmare. He seeks freedom above all else, yet his Titan power traps him in a path he feels compelled to follow. Knowing the future doesn't grant control, it removes hope. When you already know what you will do, can you truly choose differently? Titan power does not liberate it, enslaves time itself. Number 8. No peace. Even in death. Even dying as a Titan is not peaceful. Your power is passed on through violence. Your legacy becomes another burden for someone else to carry. The cycle continues. Fear, hatred, war, inheritance, death. Ymir Fritz herself embodies this endless suffering. Even after death, she remains bound to paths, building Titans for eternity. Titanhood transcends mortality, turning suffering into something eternal. So here's the conclusion of everything. A Titan has the power that destroys everything it touches. Attack on Titan ultimately argues that absolute power is incompatible with humanity. Titans represent the extreme end of militarization, dehumanization, and fear-driven conflict. They do not solve problems, they magnify them. They do not protect life, they cheapen it. Being a Titan means losing your future, your identity, your peace, and often your soul. It means carrying the weight of history's hatred, while knowing the world would be better off without your existence. In Attack on Titan, the greatest tragedy is not that Titans exist, it is that humans keep creating them. It was all in today's video. And also, I hope that you like this video. Let me know in the comments what Titan you would love to become and why. See you in the next video. Till the time, take care, you Titans.